All right. And so we apologize for the delay and the sudden cutout. We're back at Kittredge Field. Colorado State has tied up the game in the first minute of this second quarter.
Classic CU internet, public internet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit tough out here at Kitt Field.
Deep in the trenches.
Yeah. So we're figuring things out. We're getting there.
But in the time that we've been away, and that will be a goal from CU. Look at that response time. I mean, CSU just tied it up, and immediately the Buffaloes are already back on their heels.
Well, it is now 3-2 Buffaloes lead early in the second. It is a cold one out today.
Yes, it is indeed.
I was not expecting it to be this cold today.
I don't know what's up with the weather lately. It was really cold last night too, but I didn't bring gloves, and that was a fatal flaw, fatal error on my side.
Wind chill is definitely playing a factor in here. It's not like it's, frigid. It's just.
Well, let me just say this: I'm envious of the players. They're running around. They're warmer than I am.
That is true. And so the Rams take the control of the draw. And so the Rams trying to tie this thing back up again after they, went down 2-0. They just tied it up. Granted, you guys missed that. We apologize about that, but they're on the offensive once again, trying to tie this thing up a second time. I'm trying to get open for a shot. Ball's loose. Colorado trying to pick it up, and they do. And so the Buffs will take control. That is Grace McCabe. And so now Sobel takes it for the Buffs.
Buffs charging down the field. Refs are in pursuit too.
That one right on the post. Tried to jam that through. No serve.
No dice. No dice on that one.
That's Julia Devaney in net for the Rams today. And well, both goaltenders have made some saves, but both offenses, both teams, that one's not loose. Here comes an opportunity for the Buffs.
Oh.
But they give it right back to CSU.
A lost opportunity.
Yeah, Sophia Leland had it, lost it, and then was able to get it back.
The Rams are doing a good job charging down the field with that. Oh, and it's loose.
Rams trying to pick it up once again. And a whistle, and it looks like the Rams will maintain possession. And so there we go again. Holly Middleton with the ball here. I mean, I got to give a lot of props to not only the players that are out there in shorts, but the players who don't have any Under Armour on. I got to get a massive respect because it is pretty cold right now.
Yeah, I didn't bring my two jacket, my second jacket. I just brought the one jacket.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely two jacket weather out here.
Yeah, I think we're closing in on two jacket weather. Hoodie weather.
No, we've surpassed that at this point.
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least gloves.
Yeah, that is
Your
true.
boy did not bring gloves.
Yeah. Well, I think we can learn from this, right?
All right, so that's Reese Judd with possession right now for CSU.
It looks like Tatum Broyhill will get a shot from the 8-meter. An 8-meter shot here on Elena McCloskey. Moves in, puts it on, and scores.
And this game is really neck and neck. Each team really has a great response for the other. The second one pulls ahead. It's anybody's game, and the Buffs and the Rams are in the race right now, neck and neck.
Even at 3, Tatum Broyhill gets the goal off the 8-meter shot, and so we're tied at 3. One of the two Broyhill sisters on the team, the other Ainsley Broyhill, wearing number 13 today for the Rams. So we'll see if we get see if both of them are able to put one through.
And we're setting up for the matchup right now.
The draw.
The draw.
You're getting it.
I'll get it. I'll get it at some point.
All right, 11 minutes to go in the first half, tied up at 3.
Skirmishing.
There's a loose stick. Rams will get possession. And so they're going to pick things up, and the Rams take possession. Now setting it up to the side. I'm hanging on to it, trying to set something up. You mentioned this in the first quarter that CSU's been doing a good job when they get a chance to get into the offensive zone. That time there, no, that doesn't really work out, and the Buffs are going to be able to take over.
Oh, Buffs are going to lose possession there.
So the Rams got it back. No, they didn't.
No, sorry. No. They it just was loose. They got it back.
They got the ground ball back. Amberly Peterson now for the Buffs. And they get a pass in. There's a shot, and they score. The Buffs have taken the lead once again. 1 minute after Colorado State ties it up. It's now 4-3 Buffs.
Once again, a quick response from the Buffs right there.
That was number 13 on the goal, Abigail Lucy. L-U-C-E. Luce.
Luce.
We're getting it. And so, about 5 minutes here into the second quarter, we've already seen, what, 3 goals? No, 4 goals.
It's a fun game.
For each team.
There's a lot going on right now. It's a good game. These are 2 evenly matched teams, I would say.
Well, I mean, this is a big game for Colorado State. They've already played 7 games this year. They sit at 1-6 on the year. Colorado sitting at 3-1. And Colorado currently in the top 10. Tied for 9th in the most recent WCLA polls with UCLA. Second in their conference in the RMWLL. BYU leads in the conference. They are ranked at number 2.
It's a lot of letters.
Yeah, a lot of letters.
Oh, wow. All right, nice pass there to Megan Lorenzen. And we're going to try and get that into the goal here.
Yes, you want to get it into the goal because that'll get you a point, and you need more points than your opposition to win.
Thank you.
There's a good save there from Julia Devaney to kind of break things up and kind of get the goalies a little bit of limelight, but that pass was almost picked off. Ball still loose, but it's picked up by the Rams. Tatum Broyhill had it knocked loose.
Oh.
The Rams will maintain possession. They'll pick it up.
Take a tumble onto the turf there.
Yep, and Camden Dunn now hands it off.
Say that 5 times fast.
I don't know if I want to.
Well, okay. I didn't mean literally.
Yeah. Camden Dunn again has the ball. And they're going to give it off to Ainsley Maynard. Maynard on the near side. Try to get it back up top, and it's going to be knocked away, and the Buffs will take possession. There goes number 19. And that's Caden Williamson.
Thundering down the field.
Williamson hangs on to it. We'll just wait for the rest of the team to get there. So there's a bit of commotion here. I'm not exactly sure what they thinking, but regardless, Buffs will retain possession here. Currently with the ball, Claudia Lucy, number 35. Is it back? You go behind the net on this one. Looking for a passing lane. There's the pass, and it doesn't work out. There's a call, and it looks like...
It was a good look, though.
Yeah, it was a good look. Right idea.
That would have been a really nice goal right there.
And so it looks like we're going to see an 8-meter shot here from Allie Kuhlman. In on Julia Devaney. Score! 5-3 Colorado.
just like that, Colorado is pulling ahead.
It's a big goal for Colorado to get back up 2 in this, about as we approach the halfway point of this second quarter. So 7:33 left. It was a good, I mean, we've seen a couple 8-meter shots go in now, but those seem to be the prime opportunities and the grade S opportunities, the S grade opportunities to put one behind the opposing goaltender.
Are throwing their sticks in celebration right now. That's pretty funny.
Well, I mean, you gotta come prepared at least for some celebrations against, especially against Colorado State.
They got their spirits up.
Yeah, I mean, they don't care that it's only. They don't care about the weather right now. They don't care. They're having fun.
They're laxing.
That is true. They are laxing.
Oh wow! Just right off the bat, we have a whistle blown.
Oh, and clock did not start. And so Colorado State trying to get one of those 2 goals back. They tied it up after being down 2-0. So obviously they've already overcome a 2-goal deficit. They're trying to see if they can do it again. Currently with it, number 5, Ava Ganter.
A lot of commotion going on in the field right now in terms of yelling.
Yep, there's Matthews.
The choral chants are
Yeah, I mean, you can see this on both sides. We saw that earlier today in the Buffs-Aggies game. And we're approaching that score pretty quickly. We've had 8 goals in this first half. There were 10 goals in that entire game. The final score is 7-3.
It was a pretty high-scoring game out here, yeah. But they keep it exciting. They keep responding one after another. And the Rams are going to charge down. Oh!
Lost it.
The Buffs are going to steal it.
Matthews just stole that.
That was exciting.
But there's a whistle, and it looks like CU will keep possession as Matthews picks it up and hands it off to Lily Beck. Up top, that's McKinley Mullen. And now over to Annika Ditzler. Matthews for the Buffs, making a move, looking for a shooting lane pass. There's a shot, and the big save there from the CSU goaltender, Julia Devaney. So the Rams trying to get possession, and Rams will keep possession. Tatum Broyhill will keep the ball for the Rams.
Looks like their hand was stinging a little bit on that. I don't know about them, but I am in the exact same boat. Not bringing gloves was not a good move, and I'm sure that their hands are very cold out there. So, sympathies, thoughts, and prayers.
Yes. There's a shot. McCloskey looks like she made that save.
She took the full force of that one.
Yeah, it looks. That's how kind of reacted.
She literally took one for the team on that one.
Yeah, no, I did bring gloves, but you know, even then, I've used these plenty enough that the warmth that they usually bring isn't really working. As there's another big save from Devaney, right on a streaking buff.
They're really making.
That was Lindsay Grotta.
They're really making her work this game, but she's showing out. She's had a lot of really great saves for the Rams,
especially recently to try and prevent Colorado from getting up 3 goals. And so now it's Amberly Peterson. And there's a whistle there.
Just as they were about to have a shot on.
Ooh, it looks like that might be a shooting space foul. That is a very unique foul in women's lacrosse, and a very complicated one at that. And so there's the initial shot off the 8-meter. It goes wide. And Lily Beck had an opportunity there, couldn't put it home. But LSU still retains possession, under 4 to go in the half. Trying to pass that into Matthews, and it won't get to her. Will be knocked away. Rams will get possession now after that whistle, and they'll hand it back to Devaney. Rams do take possession, and that is a check. Almost a check there. They do stop play here at 3:31 left in the first half. They will stop play for that. But that is definitely something that you see in men's lacrosse that you cannot do in women's lacrosse, is that type of body checking. You cannot do that, and that's going to actually give the Rams a 2-minute man advantage. And they stop the clock again, which is good. It gives me some time to get things set up.
Oh, a little bit of, both teams fighting for the ball, both slightly missing them. It's going to go from the Buffs to CSU, and the Rams are going to take possession and charge down towards the home goal. Oh, and it looks like we have a man down on the field, or a woman down, rather. And we're going to have a whistle and a reset over in the Buffs' defensive end. Okay, so CSU starting off, launching off, and looking for a man right now, not able to find one. Okay, that's a pass.
So that one goes wide.
Shot on goal, it's going to go wide. Buffs are going to retain possession behind the goal.
So it's a bit convoluted, but you can tell there's about 45 seconds left on this advantage for Colorado State. I'm trying my best here. Running the clock, doing some play-by-play, running up their graphics, you know. Very busy day here for Alex. 2 minutes left in the half. Colorado leads 5-3.
Looking for a man right now, not able to find one.
Beck finds it back to Matthews. And so the Buffs just really they're just wasting time right now to kill off this penalty and to get back to even and get off of this man-down situation. 5 seconds left. Matthews just going to hang on to it, and they're going to be able to get back to even strength.
Oh, that's a whistle.
I'm actually a little ahead. So they do stop the clock in these scenarios.
With a minute 23 left in the half. In the second period, although you would know that from looking at the scoreboard. It still says it's period 1. I don't know. We should get somebody on that to fix that.
But on our broadcast, it does say that. And there was a shot there from an 8-meter opportunity that once again the Colorado could not finish on, capitalize on fully. That was Young-Sgoutas on that one. And so 1:04 left in the first half. Devaney will hang on to it.
We're going to get under a minute here. Let's see if either of these teams can work any magic in this last minute.
Hanging on to it.
CSU trying to get it all the way down. They're going to cross over the line.
So they get over, but they're still struggling to get really any sort of time down into the box. There's a loose ball picked up by the Rams, so they keep it in. Hanging on to it. Dropped it off. 25 seconds left in the half. Cross. Hanging on to it. There's the shot, and they score! A huge goal by Ainsley Maynard before the end of the half. It's 4-5 with 16.8 left in the half.
We're going to see if either of these teams are going to be able to do anything in these last 20 seconds. The Rams looking to bring it back to an evenly matched game. The Buffs looking to keep their lead and maybe add to it.
That was a big goal regardless for the Rams. They do cut this lead down to 1, and it's a big goal late in the half. We saw that in our last game, a big goal at the end of the half for the Buffs. This time it's their opposition getting a big goal at the end of the half here at the Rocky Mountain Showdown. And so 16.8 left in the half. So off the draw. Beck trying to work her way in there, and that'll do it. They may just, they're going to try, CSU's going to try and pick it up and try and get a quick scoring opportunity, but looks like those efforts will be in vain, and that'll do it for the end of the first half.
There you go, there's the buzzer.
5-4, your score at the end of the first half. Takeaways, Aidan?
It's cold. That's my main takeaway.
Yeah, it is cold. That is true. That is true. The clouds are not helping in terms of that department, but
outside of that, I mean, there's a lot of really good playing. I think it's a really exciting game, especially because it's so back and forth right now. There's a lot of running up and down the field. Both teams are doing a good job of getting it out of their zone into the other team's lane. A lot of good shots and a lot of good performances from the goalies here. It's really anybody's game at this point. Buffs are up by 1. But CSU could easily come back and take that in the second half.
And yeah, so the Buffs lead by 1 at the end of the first half. 5-4 your score. And well, I think this one's going to be good. I think this one's going to go down to the wire. So you're not going to want to miss it. I'm going to see if we can try and warm up here in the next 10 minutes. And we'll be back in about 9 for the second half.
this game with fresh legs, but it doesn't look like that so far in this game, as we're still tied 5-5 with 6:34 left in the third quarter.
We'd like to welcome you all back into the booth for the second half. Our audio is not quite functioning, so one thing that we can get right is that you can tell is that the Colorado State Rams will have a 2-minute advantage, starting with an 8-meter shot. So they get things moving, and they score. And so, with that, Colorado State has their first lead of the game. And so this is the first time that Colorado's going to be facing some adversity today. Down 6-5 for the first time. For those who have not been aware, my name is Alex Roberts, and I'm joined by Jared Merrill here for the second half. Buffs trailing for the first time in this game.
Yeah, it's not exactly where they want to be with how they started this in the first half, but they have responded well fairly in the first half. Every time CSU was able to claw back, they kind of were able to pull ahead a little bit again. Now it's just a response, but now you're losing, so the response is more necessary now more than ever.
And so they'll take the draw. And off the draw, the Buffs try to pick it up. Ball is recovered there by the Buffs. As ahead now. That's Grata. Passing it along now. Another whistle. Emma White with possession there. And it looks like we may get another penalty here. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing.
I think, again, very limited lacrosse knowledge. Colorado had too many players up and did not have enough back.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know what the term for that is, but I do know that is a rule.
So under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, 6-5, Colorado over Colorado State. Rams trying to build on their lead that they have just gained. Here is Ainsley Maynard, and there's a whistle. It's going to be a turnover, and the Buffs take the ball. Not exactly sure exactly what happened there, but some rule was broken. They whistle things again. So they got to set things back behind the midline. And so now, and only now, will we see Allie Kuhlman advance and try to get a pass off. That's going to go out of bounds. And so the Rams will take possession. Sophia Leland will chase the ball down. It's a pretty far walk, and it looks like they're going to stop the clock now.
The logistics of this field don't always make sense.
I understand that, yeah. I mean, I will say, the Arrow's running clock in women's lacrosse, but I think it is fair that they do stop the clock if, it does take too long to go and chase down the ball. But now, CSU's goaltender is being pressured, and now just kind of lobs it up to the side, and that goes out of bounds. The Buffs are going to take the ball. I mean, the Buffs' defense just really taking possession here. That's a goal. That's McCarville, and the Buffs have tied this game up.
Well, that's the response we were talking about. They pressured, kept the pressure on, made it continuous, and able to tie this game up after trailing for the first time.
So 4:18 remains in this third quarter. Buffs 6, Rams 6. It's not over yet. these teams are going to continue fighting until they can't anymore.
I think we got timeout here, Alex.
I think you are right. Could you pick up who called that timeout?
I think it might have been Colorado, but not entirely sure.
Well, let's just bank on that. Colorado takes timeout. And so far through this third quarter, what have you kind of noticed that's kind of stood out to you in terms of either side?
I mean, Colorado is a more physical team, it looks like, and it's kind of hurting them as Colorado State's getting those opportunities close to the net on the 8-meter shots, the 12-meter shots. But I'm also surprised because Colorado State has a very small bench. Colorado has the numbers, but it doesn't look like they're using them. It doesn't look like they're more energized. It doesn't look like they have fresh legs as often. It looks like Colorado State's having no problem keeping up, which is surprising due to how small their bench really is.
And well, it just goes to show how they're not going to quit. And I think that might be a proponent in why they've struggled out of the gate so far at 1-6 this year. But they're definitely hanging tough with one of the top 10 teams in the country in the Colorado Buffaloes. And well, if you're Colorado, this is not where you want to be right now.
Yeah, no, not the best spot, but still, it's a tie game. You're not like you're down 10 here. Still, 19 minutes and 18 seconds left?
Yep.
So, still a lot of time left in this game. So, the Buffs can certainly pull ahead here and maybe make this not as close as it looks. But right now, we've got a close game on our hands.
Now, I know that it's been pretty chilly. That's been a theme today. But what's your take on this?
I was just going to say, you want to know why 6-6 is my favorite scoring?
Why?
Because it's 2 6s.
Thanks for that wonderful insight, Aidan.
Did I miss something? I don't know if I missed a joke there. I'm just confused as everyone else is.
Just a
here.
little Shapiro. I let a little Shapiro slip out.
Well,
I mean, that didn't even make sense.
I don't even know. I'm not even sure what that. Yeah.
Happening out here right now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think the cold is getting to Aidan a little bit.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. It's pretty chilly out here, in Boulder. It says it's around 35. It does not feel like 35 degrees out today.
No, I'm having a great time, but I think I'm gonna enjoy this a little more. Maybe in like April when it's like 50, 60 degrees. And
Oh, I agree. So there's no longer a timeout. It's 6-6. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Colorado State trying to get back in front. Colorado trying to retain and get back in the lead after they trailed for the first time. They were able to come back and tie it, but, well, now it is Maynard trying to get that pass across. Sage is going to be able to pick it up. That's not Sage. That is Sage who has it now. So now it's Camden Dunn. Dunn gives it off. So there's a shot, and they score. 7-6. Rams have their second lead of the game.
Nice movement there. Find an open body in front. Able to put that home and give the Rams a 7-6 lead here with 3:15 left in the third.
And so Colorado once again is going to have to play from behind here as they've kind of lost a little bit of their steam, where they kind of looked like they were in control of this game in the first half. Seems like they're losing control and the game's starting to slip away from them.
Still only down one though.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but definitely
Not the spot you want.
no. And so someone entered the circle early, it looks like, so the Rams will get the ball. 3 minutes to go in the third. Here's Maynard. Ainsley Maynard has had a lot of good offense for this Rams team. This is going to go out about going to go out of bounds. Ball to the Buffs. So here come the Buffs. Down the sideline. Making a move. Hanging on to it. Just taking our time. Now gets it away. Buffs trying to set something up. It's Avery Matthews. There's the pass in. Kuhlman gets taken down, and the Rams will get the ball out of this. And so Colorado State takes possession. Here's Leland. And that goes off and out. Buffs ball. So we closed on we're under 2 minutes here in this third quarter. Buffs trailing 7-6. Here's McCarville. Finds a pass back. That's McCabe. McCabe drops it off. And now Abigail loose. Here's Kuhlman. Trying to get that in. There's a chance. Spinning around. Can't get the shot off. And Matthews has it knocked away from her by Sophia Leland. And the Rams will take possession.
It looked like a missed opportunity there. Chance to shoot it kind of right in front. Didn't fire. Now the Rams were able to take the ball the other way.
I agree. That one, I'm pretty sure Matthews would really want to have shot that one. Under a minute left in this third quarter. Rams trying to double their lead and get their first multi-goal lead of the game. Largest lead by either team has been 2 goals. Colorado's had 2 separate 2-goal leads. And Colorado State has kind of come back to tie it. Now they do get that 2-goal lead. Colorado State now leads 8-6.
Now you start to worry a little more if you're the Buffs. Only down 2 though, and still 15 and a half minutes left in this contest, but not exactly the spot you want to be here.
No, not at all. This is the first real adversity that Colorado is going to be facing in this game. Largest lead by either team has been 2. This is now the third different 2-goal lead in this game. So we're closing in on the end of the third. Rams 8, Buffs 6. Draw is controlled by the Buffs. Avery Matthews going to make a play. And now here goes Matthews streaking down the middle of the field. Now waits as she was challenged there by Maynard. Pass in, there's a shot, and they score! A huge goal for the Buffs right before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's certainly a big one. Get this game back to 1 before the end of the quarter. Only down 1 now, 16 seconds remaining in this quarter, but that's a huge one to get within 1 heading into the 4th.
That one is big. Matthews off the draw, gets a good look, finds an open player, and it's 8-7.
We saw CSU do something similar at the end of the first half.
That is true. They scored around this point in the first half, which right now both teams that's proven to be the difference.
Any more goals this quarter, Alex?
Well, it all depends on if someone's able to win it cleanly and kind of, well, maybe if anyone, it's going to be CSU. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes Matthews once again. Here comes CU to maybe see if they can try and get one more shot off.
5.
One more shot. Here's the pass. There's the no, it's knocked loose before they get the shot off, and that's going to end the third quarter. 8-7. Rams on top of the Buffaloes. What stood out to you in that third quarter, Jared?
It was just how much control CSU was able to take there, especially with the limited numbers compared to Colorado. It was just surprising how well they were able to play there and able to take this lead and Now they're up one head into the fourth. So just altogether a good quarter from the Rams and nice way from Colorado to fight back.
Thank you guys for bringing it to me.
That's the end of the third. 8-7. Colorado State on top. A minute and a half until the fourth quarter to begin. Anything that you guys have regarding, and you might want to talk about how cold it is right now?
Yeah, we covered hockey for what? Since September? September to March. That's about, I don't know, 6 months or so. This is colder than the other.
Yeah, this is a different beast.
I don't know why it's so cold.
Your boy was not ready for this.
I don't know if any of us were.
I'm still having a good time though.
I am too. I agree. This has been fun. It is cold though.
And the post-game meal is going to be even better after this.
Yes.
Yes. No, the post game going inside and warming up with a nice burger and fries sounds like the most amazing experience right now. I just feel so bad. I look over at the team, like the people waiting on the bench, because they're wearing their shorts, and I can only imagine that they are feeling 10 times worse and colder than we are.
There's 15 more minutes to go.
Those last 15 minutes felt like an eternity. I'm going to say that right now.
Only 15 more to go, Aidan.
At least there's an entertaining game going on.
Very entertaining. That's a very good point.
Back and forth. I don't know who's going to be able to wrap this up, but
Right now, and we'd be even more miserable than.
that yeah.
At least we got one goal game here. Nothing better in sports.
Nothing better than sports with SCO Buffs. There's a lot going on sports-wise for the Buffs right now. I mean, we got the men playing right now simultaneously, and then the women's basketball tournament, the Pac-12 tournament in Vegas right now, which SCO Buffs is also covering. Stay tuned for that coverage on our channel. The Buffs did get eliminated, but the tournament is still going on, and we'll still have coverage for the championship game. So stay tuned for that on SCO Buff Sports.
And all your sports. All here on CU's campus.
All sports, every single sport.
So 15 minutes left in regulation. Buffs trying to tie this one up, down one. They got a quick goal at the end of the third after Colorado State took a 2-goal lead, but they need one more to. And false start. Looks like the Rams will get possession. And so here go the Rams. After taking the 2-goal lead, they let up that goal late in that third quarter. This is their first possession since to try and get that 2-goal lead back.
Great opportunity here for the Rams to extend the lead. Camden Dunn has this one. 8-meter shot?
Yep.
And
No, that's a big save from Anna Klein.
biggest hit of the game, if you ask me.
Yeah. And so now the Buffs with an opportunity on the offensive. Emma White drives into the zone for the Buffs. And so now they're lining up. There's a shot, and they score!
Defense leads to offense, Alex. Big save on one end, goal on the other. Tie game, 14 minutes to go.
A huge goal from Ava Ganter has tied the game at 8. Early here in the fourth quarter. That's a big one. It almost doesn't even feel like the Rams had a 2-goal lead at this point.
And now it doesn't matter. 8 here, 14 to go. Exciting time here on Kittredge Field.
So the Buffs score in the last half minute of the third quarter, and they score in the first minute of the fourth quarter. So Ava Ganter getting that huge goal for the Buffs, number 5.
Yep. And those goals are the most demoralizing. Early in the end, at least in hockey, at the beginning of the period and the end of the period, the first minute, you don't want to let up a goal there. Not sure if that's the same for Lacrosse due to how it's a higher scoring sport, but certainly must not feel good, especially to lose your 2-goal lead in a span of a minute and
Minute and a half.
yeah, not even. But whole new game here again.
It's totally different when you think about it, and the lead that you had goes away, and both of the goals to get that game tied are at the end of a quarter and the beginning of a quarter. So You technically still had the lead at the end of the third, but, you know, it's gone now. So they stopped the clock here with 13:41 left in the game. With a player leaving to tie their shoe. You know, a curse. I mean, you have no idea how bad untied shoelaces can be in these situations. Those can be awful. And, well, it does not look good for Ainsley Maynard after she picks up the ball. She's just swarmed by Buffaloes. Bit of a stampede there.
Nice one, Alex. Nice.
Well, that's one compliment. 13 minutes left in regulation. We're tied at 8.
We got one.
We got one. And so the Rams trying to get back in the lead here. Let's see. Well, let's see if the Rams can get a really good shot off. Like, you can kind of see this so far through this game. You know, they think they're going to try and push towards, but they back off and try to settle it around and kind of pass it around a little bit more. It is very hard to get a shot off sometimes in lacrosse. As now Sage has it for the Rams. Dunn couldn't get that pass off. It looked like it was off a stick. And so looks like the Buffs get the ball because you hear the uproar from the CU bench. There's a whistle there, but it looks like Gwendolyn Gaylord will keep possession for the Buffs. Yes. Avery Matthews passes it down, waits, send it back, can't get a shot off, takes a tumble, there's a whistle, and that was Bella Sobel looking for a shot, looking to be an 8-meter shot here. This looks to be dead on, and this is a big moment to try to get the Buffs the lead as Sobel will go head-on-head with Julia Devaney. So Sobel from the 8-meter line. Gonna put it on, and a big save by Devaney. Buffs get the rebound though. Kuhlman gets shoved, and it looks like maybe another 8-meter shot here for Kuhlman now. This is intense. With a tie game in the fourth quarter. It's a big moment here for Kuhlman.
Huge moment.
Under 11 left in the regulation time. Kuhlman backs off. Ball on the ground. Picked up by Luce. Peterson just hangs on to it. And so the Buffs will stay with retain possession. There's a shot, and Devaney with a huge save there. Wow, that shot was dead on from Avery Matthews. Ball lost. Still on the ground, picked up by Luce. Abigail Luce gets the pass. And Peterson shoots there. Is going to be a penalty coming up. There's sort of a flag.
There was a flag of some sort.
I don't know if that exactly means that there's a penalty coming up, and so that's going to go out of bounds, and Buffs retain possession as the ball kind of gets a little close to our broadcast booth, but nothing too serious.
We haven't got hit yet today, and we've been here since 10 a.m., so
That's pretty good. You know, that we'll consider ourselves lucky. Under 10 minutes left in regulation. Tie game 8-8. Here is Luce. Pass in. Matthews finds it back to Sobel. Back behind Amberly Peterson. Peterson hangs on to it. Peterson trying to get the sort of a wraparound, but now Peterson just kind of throws it on. It's in the net. It's going to count. As especially, I can tell that it kind of went in. It went in somehow. It did go in.
A delayed reaction by everybody, but there it is. Buffs take the lead again.
Looks like the refs must have had to get a little quick ruling on whether or not Peterson was in the crease. But Amberly Peterson gets the Buffs the lead.
Hard to see the crease from our angle here, so not entirely sure the depth perceptions of that from this angle, but good goal.
It's a good goal. The ref said it's a good goal. That means it's a good goal here on the scoreboard. It is. It is. It is 9-8. Colorado has now scored 3 in a row to take the lead back from the Rams. So they got
start with a big save.
Yep, and it did all start with a big save. You are right. With that dead-on shot, on that 8-meter shot, Klein made that great save, and it led the Buffs down into the Ram zone where they would eventually bury it. They signal the draw, and we're off. Buffs are able to take control. And you can see the Buffs bench is erupting. You can see they're much more vocal now that they have the lead. Kept in the possession of the Buffs. Emma White was able to make a play. And so White keeps it. Gwendolyn Gaylord sends it over. There's a shot. Oh, man.
What a save.
That's a great save from Devaney. Was right on Ava Ganter. Scored that goal to tie the game, and see, really almost had a great opportunity to get that 2-goal lead back. And it looks like the Buffs are going to get the ball back.
Yeah, Thorpe out of bounds there. They're able to take the ball back. 8:30 left in the fourth with a lead.
Would you say if they score on this possession that may be enough to kill them, to kill the Rams, and kind of it might be the killing blow?
I won't say that. We've seen the Rams come back from 2-goal deficits twice in this game already, but it certainly would make things a lot harder.
I agree. The Rams have not been counted out here. Here's a move from Faith Arnold, who gets a pass off to Peterson, who scored that last goal to get the Buffs the lead. Sobel gets that pass across to Ava Score. It's now Sobel back, closing in on the 8-meter line. And pressured, and we have a call. So I believe we're going to see a 8-meter shot here.
As we cross the halfway point of this fourth quarter as well.
And so here they go. The pass too high, and the Rams are going to take over. What do you think about that decision to kind of pass it right out the 8-meter shot instead of shoot it?
I'm not opposed to it. Open up some options, some lanes maybe, get a clear shot.
It looks like they had the right idea. They must have had a play, and it just wasn't executed on the right way.
No harm, no fouls. They're able to get the ball back, though.
That is true. That is true. So, score now. Gives it over. That's Gaylord. Back for Ganter. Ava Ganter with 6.5 to go in regulation. Throw it on. Oh my goodness! She scored!
That was
what a goal!
I was not expecting a goal there. Sharp angle shot. Finds its way into the back of the net. 2-goal lead here for the Buffs.
And the Buffs are into double digits. It's 10-8. They've got their third separate 2-goal lead of the game.
Yeah, and time's on their side now. It's only 6.5 minutes left in the game. We'll see if they're able to hold on to this 2-goal lead this time around.
And well, they may just be able to due to time, but obviously cannot count the Rams. They have stuck with the Buffs. They have not shown any quit. 6:29 left in the game. Picked up by the Buffs. Kept in their score. Ava Score. Hangs on to it, just waits. Still cradling and taking
Also,
possession.
No shot clock in women's lacrosse. I think you just kill the clock a little more.
And that is a big proponent. Time becoming much more of an issue for the Rams right now. Sobel gives it to Peterson. Peterson trying to make a move around. Would you say a third goal here? Take it in. Oh, man, Ganser almost had another great goal. That one from behind the back. But I think it was just offline. Under 6 left in the game. Would you say if the Colorado scores here, this would be it?
I don't want to say it would be it, but it certainly could be.
And that's going to be a call. And it looks like a penalty. Not just, a whistle, but that looks to be a penalty.
I mean, Alex, the Rams came into this quarter with the lead. They were up 8-7.
You are right.
Letting up 4 straight goals to go down 10-8, that's demoralizing. Now you're 30 seconds players short. Another.
Oh.
Wait. I don't know what's happening anymore. I think that might be an error.
Yeah, let's go ahead and so it looks like the Rams are going to have and they're a bit, it looks like they're also a bit confused on the scoreboard here.
There it is.
There we go. So it looks like the Buffs are going to be the team that's going to have a 2-player advantage for 2 minutes. Or not a 2-minute advantage, you're right. There's a shot. And did it go in? It scored! It scored! And the Buffs are up 7. Or they're not up 7, they're up 11-8. I have no idea. With 5:27 left. Yeah, not 100% sure what I was thinking about that, but
well, the Brains are shutting down earlier with the cold, but 3-goal lead here for the Buffs. 5:27 left in the game.
it was a huge turnaround from the Buffs. That's 5 unanswered now.
I don't never want to say it's over, but that one's that could be the one that goes to the heart.
Yeah, that feels like it's going to be the end.
Crazier things have happened though.
That is true. Crazier things have happened. Just like it's crazy that we've been out here since 10 a.m.
And
Yeah.
Well, we've done crazy. The ice rink for 12 hours was
That was a day. That was a day.
still colder out here than that,
I
though.
was going to say, I'll take that. I'll take that day over today, any day.
Still having a great time, though.
I agree. Buffs take control off the draw once again. And they have an opportunity, a really big opportunity to just milk the clock to try and kill this one off and end this game. Closing in on the 5-minute mark. Here's a pass. Ava score. Hangs on to it. They pass it back. Under 5 to go. Peterson just hangs on to it, just sits behind the Colorado State net, wasting time. And so the ball is loose behind the Colorado net. 4.5 left in the game.
If you're Colorado State, do you get more aggressive here, attacking the ball, or kind of just
Well, you got to think so. You got to think so. You're getting close to the goal a minute mark, which in a lot of these situations are just not happening.
Alex, that's your favorite thing, the goals per minute to tie the game.
Hey, that's just something it always goes through mine. I'm like, it could happen, but you got to score a goal a minute.
I do love that.
So under 4. Hang on. There's a shot. They score.
Are you serious?
Another one for the Buffs, and they're running away with this one now. The biggest lead of the game for either team. And with 3:47 left, the Buffs are up 4.
Alex, now it's more than a goal per minute needed.
Yeah.
I'm catching on.
You're catching on.
That is math.
Hey, I can do some basic math.
Oh my gosh.
Little horn. Is that it? They just call. Did they just call the game? Oh, there's timeout. Timeout. I think the Rams just took a timeout.
A little deceiving.
Yeah, that did seem like they celebrated like it was the end of the game. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and switch the battery here, so don't be alarmed when the screen goes black here for a moment. So we're gonna go ahead and fix this thing. And we're back just like that. Battery is switched, which means battery's not gonna die right in the middle of the play.
The battery was over 2 hours of life. Actually, it's the cold. I think it was over 3 hours of life, actually.
Yeah, it's the cold. It truly has been a cold one out here in Boulder.
One of those days. It has been one of those days.
The sun would be brilliant right now.
I know, but unfortunately, it is just all clouds.
I want nothing more right now than a hot bath, curl up under a blanket. Maybe there's a fireplace involved.
Yeah. Good luck with that, Aidan.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll get that
I
point.
don't even have. I'm a man with simple taste.
And so out of the timeout. The Buffs and the Rams will play the final 3 minutes, 47 seconds of the game. Buffs' largest lead of the game at 4. And this game's starting to get away from the Rams.
I mean, that goes to show why Colorado's a top 10 team. Faced some adversity this game, but fought back, and now at 4 goals is pretty impressive.
I mean, they stormed back after being down 8-6. They've scored the last 6 goals. They have doubled their goal total before CSU's even able to put 1 behind Anna Klein. And I mean, if it really was a goalie switch in that at halftime, it truly is proving to be a huge win for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, I mean, again, and I'll start with that big save from the 8-meter shot that kind of led to the first goal, and then they just kept coming for the Buffs.
And so we're closing on 3 minutes left in the game. Colorado looking like they're in cruise control, cruising on to a victory over their despised rivals in Colorado State, those rivals to the north. Under 3 left. And so now it's score. Just kind of hang on to it for the Buffs. And as you mentioned, Jared, there is no shot clock. They may just be able to just hold on to this for the rest of the game and just coast for the last 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
I mean, that looks like the plan right now, kind of just passing around the perimeter, not really looking to get to the net. So we're getting killed about 2 minutes already.
So the Buffs maintain possession. That's Gwyneth Gaylord passing it back. And so here's Matthews. It's the pass.
Final 2 minutes here.
Which means the clock will stop after all out of bounds, all that stuff. At the last 2 minutes of each half, it does stop.
I don't know if we're going to see something with how
I agree. With how they're playing, they're just playing prevent. They're not doing too much. Here's score behind the net with 1.5 minutes left. And so score again. You know, part of me just really wants to see Ava score, so I can say something like that.
I don't know if there's a better goal call that you can come up with. That's like candle on a platter for you, Alex.
Yeah, exactly. There's a nice pass. There's Peterson. And she scores. And so it's a 5-goal lead for the Buffs. It's 8-13.
13 to 8.
Or 13-8. Yeah, you're right. 13-8. Winning score always comes first. 13-8 with a minute 14 left. Amberly Peterson with her second goal of the quarter. And so that's now 7 unanswered for the Buffs.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all. That is really good. And they're really, I think this quarter has really shown that they are a top 10 team and they deserve to stay in the top 10 despite the loss to Utah, I believe, last weekend. And so the draw is won by Colorado again. Here's Ava's score. They call a whistle there. And that's a yellow card. And that's going to be a yellow card against the Rams, it looks like. And as you can tell by the CU bench, that's going to do it. They're going to have a man up for the rest of the game if it truly is a 2-minute penalty. And it is. And so Colorado will ride the last minute 8 with a man up scenario.
Do they take another shot this game? Or do you think they run out the clock? They do have the advantage now.
I think that they probably, considering the fact that it's against CSU, they'd probably try to run up the score.
Maybe. I mean, scoring's always fun.
Scoring is so much fun. And so here's Ava Ganter in the final minute. Hanging on to it. Just give it to Beck. 40 seconds. That pass almost picked off, but it's still loose, and the Buffs are going to pick it up. 35 seconds left. With a 5-goal lead, it's Ganter. Getting it across to score. That's Peterson. Tried to shoot there. You mentioned they tried to shoot. One final save for Devaney. Final 15 from Boulder. And Leland will pass it off. And with 5 seconds to go, this edition of the Rocky Mountain Showdown comes to a close. The Colorado Buffaloes defeat the Colorado State Rams 13-8 on the lacrosse field here in the WCLA Club Lacrosse. So big win for the Buffs as they improve to 4-1. And for the Rams, they'll fall short and go down to 1-7 on the season. And so yet another game between these two schools in all the sports has come to an end. Final takeaways, Jared.
Just resilience from the Buffs was the key factor in that fourth quarter. Able to fight back down 2, and then end up winning by 5. It just goes to show what they are made of, and they're not going to give in.
And that's exactly what you meant. Yeah, 7 in a row, 7 unanswered to end the game for the Buffs. Really, when they faced their first real time with adversity, the first adversity that they felt in the game. I can form the sentences. It's been a long day. 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 So 7 unanswered goals for the Colorado Buffaloes, sweeping here in this score, going 6-0. Outscoring the Rams 6-0. There we go. In this fourth quarter to win 13-8 as they shake hands here or give the high five line here at Kit Field And, well, I think that's going to do it for us. I think we're all just exhausted. It's been a long day.
A wee bit chilly.
It's been a long day. It's been a cold one. 13-8 your final score. Aidan Young-Sgoutas, Jared Miller beside me running camera and in the booth. At some point in the game, I've been Alex Roberts. You've been watching Scobuff Sports. Thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast on this chilly day at Kit Field in Boulder. And, well, you heard it here first, folks.